These are extremely dangerous times to be alive, trying times, but times that I believe will herald in the redemption. I mean, but these times are so intense. Like, is the zombie apocalypse happening? What happened in southern Russia and Dagestan when a plane from Israel lands and a mob of hundreds of people just screams Allahu Akbar throughout the airport and looking for Jews to kill? I mean, what's happening in Chicago? What's happening in all over the world where you see these crowds of people screaming, burning Israeli flags, and people are like, in southern Russia, they're like, we're Russians, we're not Jews, don't kill us. And but it's just a time where we need truth, and I see the importance of that. You know, people ask, is Israel seeking revenge because of the October 7th, where the 2,500 Hamas terrorists invaded Israel by land, by air, by sea, raping, torturing, killing over 1,400 Israelis, kidnapping 230 Israelis, including 30 babies. And one would want to take revenge maybe, but is that what we're doing? They've been shooting thousands and thousands of rockets on Israeli towns all over. And but is that what we're doing? Is we're taking revenge? The answer is no. We're trying to bring security and peace to this region and remove a threat to security of our citizens. And actually it helps the Palestinians too, to rid the world of these terrorists. Does Israel run Gaza? People are asking as well. No, we don't. You remember in 1956, Suez crisis that happened with Egypt, they took over Gaza, the Egyptians did. And then in 67, the Six-Day War, they backed off and we had to steward Gaza. There was even hopes that there would be this great peace and everything. And we started having some settlements in there in the 70s. It was peace, hippies. We were all having a great time there. But in 2005, we realized that was not going to work. And Israel completely and totally removed all Jewish people, freeing Gaza completely from all Jewish people. Even Jewish graves, bodies of Jewish people were brought out of the graves out of Israel. And the Hamas has run Gaza and runs Gaza ever since. Is Gaza an open air prison? That's what some people are thinking too. But, 60,000 Gazans a month just before October 7th would go in and out and work. That people would leave for Europe. 116,651 people entered Gaza from Egypt. But if anyone runs it like a prison, that's the Hamas. They're in charge. They're making sure that the residents have to wear what they say, think what they want them to think, say what they want them to say. Otherwise, they're going to be tortured, shot, killed. And if they do anything other than what their bullies tell them to do. Is Israel making Gaza poor? Well, the biggest drain on Gaza's economy is Hamas. Hamas steals money that's supposed to be for schools, for businesses, for roads, for infrastructure, and uses them for rockets, for bullets, for tunnels, for terror. They're a terrorist group, and they're holding their civilians hostage. I mean, their economy was growing until 2007 when Gazans elected Hamas, and they saw that all their 13 hospitals and all their infrastructure and everything just started to go down the tubes, and the billions and millions of shekels and euros and that go in there are stolen from the people. It's disastrous. It's dastardly, and it's horrible what they're doing to the Palestinians. Is Israel committing war crimes in Gaza? Well, defending your land, trying to provide security and minimize civilian casualties, calling people in Arabic, putting leaflets in Arabic, SMSing people, hacking the TV channels and trying to get the message out to please leave so we can dismantle an evil, dark, torturous regime is not war crimes. Sure, there have been some casualties in the airstrikes, but that is not what we intend to do. But military action is actually exactly what the Article 51 of the UN Charter says, that you can defend yourself in the case of an armed attack against you. It's legal. International law says you're allowed to use force against an organization. International Committee of the Red Cross says that you're not supposed to deliberately target civilians. You're not supposed to take hostages. You're not supposed to use inhumane treatment, torture, sexual violence, and all these things that the Hamas is doing. Actually putting weapons next to schools, hospitals, underneath hospitals, like the Shifra Hospital in Gaza City. And then the human shield thing, that is totally wrong. You're not supposed to purposely use human shields. These are the exact things that you're not supposed to do. I know it can seem hard to call out lies in a time where everyone's trying to silence you, but you gotta speak the truth. It's part of your job to stand up and speak truth. And today, it's more important than ever. Israel's survival is on the line. Innocent people are being slandered and accused. Jewish people around the world are being attacked. And I just want to say this. It feels like redemption is drawing nigh. I mean, we know that the age of Messiah is going to come sometime. Maybe some of these groanings, some of these pangs, birth pangs are leading somewhere. I mean, you start to see in the darkest of times, the times of greatest sorrow and deepest darkness, spiritual songs, gospels, if you will, being sung, shofars being blown on tanks, speeches from rabbis. The singers are arising. People like Ishai Rebo, like Shiloh ben Hod, like Joshua Aaron, like Benaiah Barabi, Per Tassi. A spiritual unity, a linking of arms and hearts is happening right now. And you know how it says a shoot will grow forth from Judah, a tender shoot, and it's like a grassroots. It's like when you hear the stomping of dancing of army boots, a rumbling in the camp, a shout in the camp of the Lord. I'm excited that as rockets are flying over our heads, we are not scared. There's a shift happening, and we have shifted into night and day watching. If you're watching for an attack from a tunnel, you're watching, well, as spiritual people, you got to be watching, interceding too. And Psalms 34 says, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivers him out of all them. He keeps all his bones, and not one of them is broken. Evil will slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Their own evil will come upon them, and their own bombs will blow them up. May God bless you. Thank you for standing.